This is Andi Purewal, Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're in New York, it's fight week, and I'm joined by Jessie Vargas. Jessie, firstly, how are you?
I'm doing well, thankfully.
Good to hear. Now, obviously, you're getting ready for, I don't know whether it would be called a grudge match or not, because yourself and Liam Smith have had some back and forths over social media. You probably have done in person as well. It's come now, it's Saturday night. How are you feeling ahead of this fight? Would you class it as a grudge match?
I'm ready, man. I'm looking forward to it. I prepared extremely well. I've had 3 training camps in one, right? I mean, I have had a long layoff, right? It's been a little over 2 years. But again, I've had 3 training camps to prepare for this fight between May and then again in February, right? Which got postponed, and then now April 30th. So, you know, I'm fresh, I'm ready, I'm excited. I'm eager to get back in there, and he really fired me up, right? So, you know, I use his words to encourage me to train harder, smarter, and to prepare diligently to knock him out, to stop him. Right? And that's how I prepared, and with that mindset. And I'm really looking forward to April 30th, this Saturday night, Madison Square Garden. It's going to be, you know, a electrifying, right, event. Not only event, but I think that the atmosphere is going to be very electrifying, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, it will be a lot of fun. I prepared for it, you know, and that's what's going to happen.
Is it personal for you, Jesse?
Yeah, man. Honestly, it is, man. I just got tired of him talking a lot of trash, and it's a little out of the ordinary for him, but it just shows that something is intimidated inside of him, right? And I think that's what's bringing out a different side of Liam Smith, and you know, I mean, he should be. You know, this is a real fight. He's in against a very talented fighter, and I'm going to defeat him, right?
Jesse, where does this rivalry stem from? Where did it all start from?
Honestly, man, I don't even see it as a rivalry, man. If he wants to, he came at me a few times with verbally, and I just got tired of it. I thought, man, you're talking a lot. I'm just gonna knock you out, you know, and that's what I prepared for. He just really annoyed me, you know, all that talk, man. I mean, it's just about getting down and fighting. You know what I mean? And I'm ready. I'm ready to shut him up, you know, and keep moving forward, keep my legacy growing, expanding. You know, it's going to be a fun night come Saturday. Believe me, I'm really, really looking forward to it. I know that I've said it 3 times already, but, you know, I really am. You know, I just can't wait till that bell rings.
He obviously boxed Anthony Fowler last October, stopped him in the end, but granted, Johnny Grong, you've boxed at a higher level than what Anthony has, but was there anything you saw in those first 2 rounds when Anthony boxed better in that fight, which you feel like you could expose of Liam? Anything you took away from that fight you feel you learned from him?
I've seen some of his fights, right? You know, even before we even prepared talks to fight. You know, I seen him fight. He fought Canelo, he fought Munguia, I had a few others, and fought in Mexico a couple times. And I mean, I'm familiar with his style, what he does, and you know, what can I say? I've prepared to defeat him, and I'm going to defeat him, right?
Does Liam's style play into your hands?
You know, I'll show everybody what I'm going to do come Saturday night, but I will tell you this, you know, I'm very versatile, that's the thing. So no matter what style you have, you know, I tend to adjust, and especially now, you know, sorry about that, everybody that's tuning in, you know, we kind of had a little bit of a bump there on the camera. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, I'm very versatile, and I've experienced a lot, right, and I've learned a lot in the process, right, and I think that throughout the years I've been able to just add more to my repertoire, I guess we can say, right? Yeah. That's what it's about, you know, and I feel that I'm in a level right now where I'm in the elite. I feel that I am very, you know, I'm a complete fighter, right, and I'm going to show that come Saturday night. I'm very hungry. I think that's definitely something that has changed and differentiates from any other training camp. I'm hungry. I have the desire to really shine, to just put in the work, stop this guy, and keep moving forward, right? And go on to the next and bigger and better things.
Jesse, that word hungry you've just mentioned there. What's your desire, your ambition left within boxing? Do you want to challenge for world honours again? Because the only thing being that I've seen people suggest, obviously, you've got your political career now, which you're starting to build upon and work upon now. And people might be looking, thinking, will you eventually just look to leave the sport and focus on that? Do you still have a desire to accomplish another world title challenge, or is it something you want to do in boxing?
Listen, I have a lot more to accomplish in this amazing sport. I want to become world champion again in the light middleweight division, 154 pounds. You know, I've knocked out my first opponent when I moved up in weight, which was in 2019, right, to 152 pounds. And I look forward to keeping that knockout streak going at this division. I want to show that I'm very powerful, very strong, and you know that I'm you know, rejuvenated, right? That's my plan. I mean, I love my family, I love my country, I love this sport of boxing, right? And that's always what I've been very much invested in. Now, of course, I'm trying to make a change in my country where I'm a voice for my community as a Latino to represent them, right? And we just need more people from different demographics, different backgrounds, right, who are able to speak for their community. Why? Because we are the land of the free, we are united, right? And we need everyone to come together and give their input, right? Give their input, and that's how we are going to come up with the best solutions for our country, because we have tough times ahead of us, and we need young, good leaders, right, who are able to speak for us, who are very experienced, who have lived well. And that's the reason why I got into it. But at the end of the day, I mean, boxing is my livelihood. Boxing takes care of my family. And I have high hopes, high expectations, high dreams, right? Dreams that become reality in the past. And I will make sure that my dreams continue to become reality, you know, and we'll start with April 30th, this Saturday night, against Liam Smith, defeating him, knocking him out.
Obviously on the world scene, you've got Charlo Castano, which is only on the 14th of May, so only a couple of weeks after you fight. What are your thoughts on that undisputed bout?
Yeah, man, I think it's a good fight. You know, I know Charlo very well. He's very talented. You know, I think he takes it. I think he takes the fight, and then possibly after that, maybe we'll talk about a possible fight between him and I, right? I mean, a fight to be unified world champion. I'd love the opportunity to be in that position. So hopefully that's something that we can get in talks with after this. But of course, we have to talk with the promoter, with that advisors, and we'll go from there.
Just a couple more things I want to touch on. We've briefly touched on your political career. How are things going?
With the politics, well, like I said earlier, you know, it's about being a leader, right? Having the voice for your community. And if you don't have anyone representing you, we're stepping up. And that's what I'm doing, right? Little by little. You know, of course, there's a couple hiccups on the way, right? And on that side, because it's new to me. But things are going very well. I'm becoming very informed in order to inform my community as well. I felt that I was very informed before, but you could never be overly prepared. So I'm continuing to just gather, you know, as much data as I possibly can.
Now I just jumped in, man, and you mentioned Kell Brook's name. Is he somebody you think you could be in a run to face?
No, because I thought I mentioned unification fight and with Charlo, right? Possible. But then I thought, well, I mean, actually, we had a possibility of a unification fight back in 2016, right, with Kell Brook. And I believe we almost finalized. We actually finalized it, but then things occurred that derailed that. So, or deter, because if it still happens, that's what it is, right? So we'll just see. That's a fight that, hey, if Eddie wants to make it, my advisors want to make it, I'm willing to do it. I know he just got a victory over Amir Khan. So, I mean, if he wants to make it, that's a fight we can make.
What did you make of his performance against Amir Khan?
I thought he fought well, right? He fought well, he did his thing. Congratulations to him on the victory.
Just away from that one, just get your thoughts on the headline event Saturday night. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, what are your thoughts, Jessie?
You know, I'm looking forward to it, man. I think that, you know, I props to them. You know, props to Eddie Hearn, right, for putting females boxing on top and, right, giving them the opportunity to showcase their ability. It is a unification fight, so they deserve it. And, you know, we're going to be there supporting them. And it's a lot of pressure on them, too, because this can change women's boxing forever, right, from this point on. You know, it continue to elevate women's boxing. And you have to keep in mind, when you mention Katie Taylor, Serrano, you also have to mention Holly Holmes, right? You also have to mention some of these UFC fighters as well, right? Because Dana White did a huge process of helping women's boxing grow, because it showed other boxing promoters and other just businesses that the sport of women, for women, is also a lucrative sport, right? If you do it properly. Dana did a great job of it, right? With I forget her name, but she was the biggest name. Now it's Amanda Nunes. Before her, it was the girl who Holly Holmes defeated. But yeah, everybody knows what we're talking about, right? So it's that started elevating women's combat sports. Now it's boxing. I hope that it stays up there and they compete with us men. You know, I mean, not compete inside the ring, but compete with numbers, right? That's what it's about. I mean, envy is a terrible, disgusting thing to have, right? So we should be proud of them. We should give them all the support they need, right? I mean, I have a friend of mine as well who's Clarissa Shields. You know, she's a top fighter, pound for pound, in women's boxing. So I support it, you know, and I hope that it continues to grow.
Just want to squeeze two more from you, Jessie. Sorry. This past weekend, Tyson Fury stopping Dillian White. What did you make of his performance and his win?
Yeah, man, it was a fantastic performance. Credit to him. You know, he showed why he's undefeated. He shows why he's a WBA, you know, world champion, and also has the Ring magazine. Of course, he mentioned his retirement. We would have all loved to see if him unify. But again, I mean, he feels that he showed what he had to show, give the sport what he had to give, and did an amazing job. Believe me, I purchased every pay-per-view, or if not, I was there present. I was there at the first and second fight with Deontay Wilder. For some reason, I feel like they fought 3 times. It's been a lot of back and forth trash talk, but they were very entertaining fights. I was at both, and he gave us a lot of entertainment. He defeated the Klitschko's, which, hey, much credit to Klitschko's right now for fighting for their country. They need all the support they can get.
Final one, Canelo Bivol next weekend. What are your thoughts? What happens?
I think it's going to be a good fight, but I do think that Canelo has a lot of experience, maybe too much experience for Bivol. He's definitely going to use it to his advantage. He has the perfect style for Bivol as well. But at the end of the day, I mean, we'll have to wait and see for May. It's going to be a fun event, though. I'll be there and looking forward to it. I'm going to be there with my WBA, international title that I'm going to take from Smith.
Right, Jesse, I appreciate your time now. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for speaking to me.
Always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure. All right, great seeing you again.
You too, thank you.
Doing a great job.
Top man, thank you.